This film is brought to you by New York Life and its dedicated agents, proud sponsors of the NFL's team highlight films. New York Life, the company you keep.
On January 12, 1992, the Denver Broncos were once again on the road to the Super Bowl.
We had to stop in Buffalo on our way to Minnesota!
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the AFC Championship game matching the defending conference champion Buffalo Bills and the Denver Broncos. I'm Larry Zimmer along with Dave Logan.
Let's go, baby.
Can the Broncos continue their turnaround from 5-11 last year to an AFC Championship?
We've been playing our ass off all year. Ain't no time to stop now.
Can the Bills repeat and perhaps come up with the Super Bowl championship? We'll find out. Stay with us.
Many felt that the AFC Championship would be a high-scoring offensive shootout between John Elway and Buffalo's Jim Kelly. However, head coach Dan Reeves and the rest of his Broncos knew that defense and experience wins championship games.
Hey, we know what's about. We know what we're here for. All business, all business, all business, baby. Harass his ass!
Buffalo's high-scoring, no-huddle offense produced no touchdowns as the Denver defense flattened the Bills like a truck in the wrong lane.
Clumsy idiot. Big dummy. Sad hot.
Denver's offense created opportunities, but couldn't produce points. Still, the defense never faltered.
Hey! 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 Get over here! I got it. Look up! Go get it!
Denver's demolition derby held Buffalo to nearly 200 yards below their average. And interceptions by number 34, Tyrone Braxton, and nose tackle Greg Cragen, number 71, kept the Bills stuck in reverse.
Yeah! Yeah! He caught it! Yeah! Yeah!
After nearly 3 quarters, neither team had scored, creating the feeling that
Some got to give somewhere.
John goes back. Here's the pressure. Intercepted and touchdown.
Buffalo followed this shocking bit of luck with a field goal for a 10-0 lead. And when John Elway came up injured, the Broncos' fading comeback hopes fell upon their veteran backup, Gary Kubiak. 9 years as an understudy to Elway had prepared this quarterback for this monumental task, and number 8 proved equal to the moment. Racing against the clock and the Bills, Kubiak was brilliant, completing 11 of 12 passes while driving the Broncos back into this championship battle.
Ain't over yet. It ain't over yet. We're going to get this, baby. We're going to get this one.
Kubiak scored a touchdown to pull Denver to within striking distance at 10-7. Unfortunately, time eventually ran out on this valiant Broncos comeback. Perhaps the misfortune of football is not that a team loses, but that it almost wins. Yet, ironically, this squad earned a dignity in defeat which is often never achieved in victory. In 1991, these men used pride, determination, and daring to pen their very special story, an entertaining tale of a team battling back. After a dismal 5-11 mark in 1990, the 1991 Broncos opened beneath a cloud of uncertainty at home against the Cincinnati Bengals.
That clock's pretty close. The clock's pretty close. You got about 32, 33 minutes.
As the kickoff neared, the locker room was thick with the nervous energy of a proud team intent upon returning to championship form. there were questions to be answered. Could the offense return to its resourceful style and reduce its turnover count? Could the defense return to the days when it led the league in turnovers and big hits? Against the Bengals, these men would dynamite the doubt.
Come on, John! Come on, John! We need one, baby! We need one, John!
Elway lets it go long. It's going to be caught for a touchdown.
Gaston Green, number 28, blew away the Bengals with a 116-yard rushing performance as the Bronco offense won everything there was to win, using every way there is to win.
Okay, let's go into near Geo, have that pass back to the quarterback.
Here's the give. It's to Sewell, and he's going to throw. Looking for Elway. There it comes. John makes the catch. Nice catch.
John Elway once again proved that no other NFL quarterback can beat you in as many different ways by rushing for 2 touchdowns, passing for 2 more, and calling his own plays. Elway's input into the offense rekindled his enthusiasm and unbridled zest for the game.
Get the ball, Dave!
And the Broncos defense buried the Bengals in an avalanche of turnovers that directly led to the biggest opening day victory in franchise history, 45-14.
Boomer throws on the move, intercepted, and at the 40-yard line, at the 30, the 20, Tyrone Braxton crosses the goal.
Denver emphatically answered any questions, and their performances in the weeks that followed could be summed up in a single word.
Wow!
Wow. Against the Seahawks, the Broncos regained their ability to win close games.
Wow! Wow!
The defense fought off 4 last-minute passes into the end zone to preserve victory.
Wow! Wow! Wow!
Against the Chargers in Week 4, Gaston Green ran for 127 yards and 3 touchdowns.
At the 30, at the 20, at the 5, touchdown, Gaston Green.
And a 27-19 victory was preserved by rookie Kenny Walker's sack.
Wow!
Denver beat Minnesota and won 4 of its first 6 games with an attitude for victory.
Wow!
The Broncos were definitely back, and their play was a confident statement of character by a team of characters.
Wow!
In Week 8, the Broncos hosted the Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay, man, it's a game we've been waiting for. Let's go out and play the way we're capable. Let's go.
With the division lead at stake, there were big hits by both teams. And in the pit, the intensity was tough and sometimes vicious for center Keith Karts.
Rams has got my face, man! Call the son of a... Is that all you got, man?
The best Denver had was John Elway. And as usual, that would be enough.
Here comes the pressure. There goes the pass. Touchdown! Derek Russell got loose, and Elway put it in the number.
The euphoria over an early lead faded as the Chiefs rallied late to tie the score at 16, then appeared on the verge of stealing a fourth-quarter victory.
Denver's got it! Denver's got it! This way! He took it! That's all right. Whoever gets it, gets it.
Good, here we go. Let's go, guys. 3rd and 20. Who's for the game?
Let's see what Elway has in his bag of tricks here.
Spin a left trick, all right? Just sit it. Scramble right. 16 rush, girl, wing 7. On 2, 1, 2.
A year earlier, the Chiefs were beaten by a 4th and 10 Elway bomb. Now, it was 3rd and 17.
Elway goes back. He's trying to buy some time. He's going to let it go long, and Mark Jackson is there. 50, 45, 40, 35. He runs back to the middle of the field. He's at the 20-yard line. He's hit and pulled down at the 16.
The throw was simply the kind of football that has been number 7's trademark. And there was but one way to characterize this effort.
Vintage Elway. You know, he's made some great plays just in the 3 years that I've been here.
It was a planned scramble, and the first thing I did on the scramble was to check, make sure we're getting everybody picked up, because I knew that for me to throw this ball, I'm going to have to set up and give it a pretty good heave.
The only thing was I couldn't see John. I just saw a ball go out into that Denver sky, and it was a perfect spiral, and I just tried to get underneath it, and luckily I did.
It was taking off like a long drive or something, and it's just amazing. I sit there and I just said, wow.
Holy How far was that scramble throw to Action Jackson?
61 yards on the fly, 71 altogether. And it set up kicker David Treadwell's game-winning field goal while lifting the Broncos back into first place.
We won it because we played as a team. Everybody did a hell of a job. Therefore, I'm going to take the easy way out. Everybody gets the game ball.
The following week at the Patriots, Denver's defense proved to be an unbeatable combination, lucky and good.
Oh, brother. They can still win it for the touchdown.
Ball has got to be thrown into the end zone.
No timeouts remaining. Millen will run. He comes to the 10. He gets to the 6 and goes down. And they don't have any timeouts remaining. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. There's the... It ends and Denver wins.
I can't believe it. I can't.
The game is over. Denver is won 9-6.
This thriller was followed by a physical battle with the Steelers.
Come on, man, let's go 60 minutes hard. Let's do it on this kickoff now. Let's hit 60 minutes as hard as we can. Let's go.
The Broncos netted 6 quarterback sacks. And rookie Greg Lewis replaced an injured Gaston Green with 111 yards and 2 touchdowns during a 20-13 win. With first place at stake against the Raiders, in Week 11, the Broncos rallied late in the game, only to witness a frustrating culmination to a sensational comeback. A blocked extra point, then a blocked field goal on the game's final play beat the Broncos. Suddenly, Denver seemed to be merely shadowboxing with any dreams of a division title, especially since their next game was a rematch with the Chiefs in hostile Arrowhead Stadium.
This is war!
Denver's defense chopped the Chiefs down to size with interceptions by Wyman Henderson, number 24, Michael Brooks, Steve Atwater, and Charles Dimry.
Back goes to Berg. Here's a quick pass out to the side, intercepted. Back to the 20-yard line, Dimry to the 10. It's a Denver touchdown.
Denver's heads-up play frustrated the Chiefs all day long and helped showcase the quick striking ability that the Broncos could call upon on both sides of the football. Gaston Green rushed for 133 yards, and Chiefs fans once again learned that there's always a way with John Elway.
Better than anybody else. He does that better than anybody else.
As a team, the Broncos were better than anybody else at winning the close games. And with an 8-3 record, they could savor the pure exhilaration of victory.
Okay, I'm going to let gonna let Pat do this one, all right? Listen up. Oh, all right, listen up.
Let me do it. Everybody gets a game ball.
With 5 games remaining in their championship chase, Denver lost a game it needed to win in Seattle. The defense held the Seahawks under 200 yards total offense, and Warren Powers scored a touchdown. But this sterling performance was tarnished by a 13-10 loss. The next week, the defense pummeled the Patriots on the way to a 20-3 win, and the following Sunday, the offense bombed Cleveland 17-7. This win, coupled with the Raiders' loss, put the Broncos back on top in the AFC West with 2 games to go. The Phoenix Cardinals were next. And for the 3rd straight week, Denver's defense registered 5 sacks. But with less than 4 minutes remaining, they were staring at defeat until John Elway swept the Broncos downfield on a splendid 66-yard drive that bore the bold and slashing strokes that are his signature.
Elway gets the play going, sprints to the right side. He's going to run.
By the regular season finale in San Diego, these Warriors in orange had already won the AFC West for the 4th time in 6 years. Still, there was home field in the playoffs at stake. The most stunning turnaround in franchise history was capped off by a 17-14 victory as Denver rebounded to capture the AFC West title with a 12-4 record. The Broncos were back and ready to make some more mile-high magic in the playoffs. Like Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz, there is no place like home for the Denver Broncos, especially during the playoffs.
They come to the wrong house, my brother. They come to the wrong house. Ah! 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 Let's rock, baby. We got to turn it up. Got to turn it up. It's time to rumble. Oh, yeah.
The AFC's top-ranked defense came out swinging.
You ain't gonna catch none of that on me today.
Unfortunately, the Houston Oilers came out scoring.
Hey! Hey! Keep your poise. Let's keep your poise. Come on, man.
Denver's poise was severely tested as Houston scored touchdowns on their first 3 possessions.
They want to go deep, man. They want to go deep now. They think they can blow us out.
But instead of a blowout, the defense patched up the holes and began battling back, creating ways to get its offense back on the field.
We're coming back on their ass. They should have let us in the game. 585 high.
Each time the game appeared to be slipping away, John Elway calmly grabbed the reins and headed the Broncos back in the right direction.
Elway from the gun. This is a 4th down play. Being flushed out. Here's the pass. Caught by Young. First down. Gets away. 30, 25, 20. He's down to the 16-yard line.
Michael Young's clutch effort set up the first of 2 short yardage touchdowns by Greg Lewis, number 41. And Elway would pass for another to Vance Johnson.
Hit the zone.
Back he goes. There's the pass. Touchdown, Vance.
With less than 7 minutes remaining, Denver closed to within a single point at 24-23. Now, it was up to the defense to rough up the Oilers and get the ball back. With the Broncos' main hope stuck on the bench, Denver's defense, led by Carl Mecklenburg, rose up to stuff the Oilers. The dogged determination of the Denver defense had set the stage for another legendary comeback. And things looked good until the ball was kicked. This scenario was taking on a painfully familiar look.
Damn, they got the ball. We got the ball on the 2.
However, 5 years earlier in Cleveland, the Broncos actually had more time to work their magic.
Hey, dude, it ain't over yet, though, baby. It ain't over yet. That's all right, baby. It ain't over. It ain't over, baby. It ain't over yet.
I mean, you couldn't ask for more. John Elway has a chance here. It's a long way to go.
Denver at the 2-yard line. They're 98 yards away from 6, but they don't need 6. They only need 3.
This game is far from over. I've seen this club move too many times to think it's over.
24-23 the score. Elway in the shotgun and in the end zone. Here's his pass. It's caught. Young makes it out of the 24-yard.
Denver had escaped from their own end zone, but 3 plays later, an entire season came down to one very big play.
Damn. This is the game right here. 4th or 6. This is the game. We need this.
Down to a minute 28. Elway, he's got some time. Flushed out, rolls out, being chased. Here's Elway, first down at the 35-yard line.
Yeah! Needed that. We needed that, boy.
You can say what you want to. I don't think I want anybody back there except number 7.
3 plays later, another 4th down.
And this time 10.
Patient under pressure and calm amidst the chaos, Elway reached deep into his pocket full of miracles to pull out still one more magnificent moment.
God dang, come on.
Here's the 4th down and 10 play. Elway's got the ball. John is back, runs up out of the pocket, lets the pass go. It's caught. Johnson to the 40, 35, 30, 25, and out of bounds at the 21-yard line of the Islanders.
Oh, my God. That's unbelievable.
John Elway had further enhanced his reputation as the ultimate escape artist, a quarterback who always seemed cornered but never conquered. And Vance Johnson's stunning catch and carry ushered the Broncos into field goal range.
Unbelievable. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I don't think I'd believe it.
Steve Sewell carried the Broncos 10 yards closer to victory's threshold.
Sewell swings to the 20, to the 15, to the 11-yard line.
It's all you, baby. It's all you. Yeah, it's all you, baby. He got it. Unbelievable. Oh, my God.
Well, I tell you, you ought to knight the guy.
Gave us a chance, that's all.
Denver's offense had run 11 plays without a timeout in less than 2 minutes. Now, it was up to holder Gary Kubiak and kicker David Treadwell.
Kubiak will hold. Here's the snap. The kick is good! Broncos lead 26-24.
You gotta believe that must be good.
This place is a madhouse. 76,000 plus have lost their minds in Mile High Stadium.
As the Broncos, with one of their greatest, come from behind win.
There is no statistic for poise, but that is what made the Denver Broncos champions.
Great feeling, though. You got to remember this feeling. You don't get these feelings very often. You know? These kind of games, you love to win. I'm telling you, we can do it here because of John. Yeah.
Fueled by the fiery spirit of John Elway and talented teammates excited by his daring play, the 1991 Denver Broncos persevered and believed when no one else did, battling back to become comeback champions once more.
Hi, I'm Steve Sable. During the course of his 9-year career, John Elway has directed the Broncos to 19 come-from-behind victories. And if his latest breathtaking performance against Houston looked vaguely familiar, well, it's not surprising. Only 5 years earlier, against the Cleveland Browns in the 1986 AFC Championship, the legend of John Elway was launched by another 98-yard drive. This one proved to be a stunning first glimpse of greatness by this multi-talented quarterback. With the championship of the AFC and a berth in Super Bowl 21 at stake, the Broncos were tied with the Browns at 13 apiece, heading into a hard-fought and freezing fourth quarter.
Oh,
By the fourth quarter, the game was locked in a 13-13 dogfight. But after 3.5 quarters of defensive brilliance, one play threatened to send Denver's Super Bowl hopes crashing to earth. With barely 5 minutes to play, Cleveland took a 20-13 lead. The Broncos had lost. The Browns had won. It seemed just that simple. And whatever hopes Denver had of a comeback seemed to vanish on the following kickoff.
They were getting ready to kick off, and you're down by 7 points, and you know you got to get it in the end zone, and you only got about 5 minutes to do that. You're thinking of the best play if you get good field position. You always assume you'll get the ball out at least around the 20-yard line. So I was thinking about the play at that particular time. All of a sudden they kick off, and now the ball's on the 2-yard line. Well, you know, the good Lord looks after you because you don't have many plays that you can call on the 2. So yeah, I could make a decision real quick.
Go 95 player.
And the Broncos are 98 yards away from where they need to go. Still 5 minutes to go, but they need something out of this drive.
It was kind of a nervous feeling knowing, you know, what was at stake. And we're just all standing in the huddle, and there was a timeout. And you look out the back of the end zone, and all the cameras and photographers and everybody was aimed right in our huddle.
Bronco guard Keith Bishop.
I just said to the other offensive linemen, the people in the huddle, you know, we had them right where we wanted them.
That was just so neat. You know, it kind of helps you to relax because everybody goes in the huddle and they're like, oh, man, we got to go 98 yards. You know, this is it. This could be the end of the season after coming so far. And he comes up with something like that.
Everyone had so much character in the huddle at that time. John Elway came up to the huddle saying, we can make things happen, you know, we're going to make things work. So when you have a quarterback saying that, and an offensive line saying that, you have a tendency to feel confident in ourselves.
Every great athlete needs a moment that separates him from the rest. And for John Elway, that moment arrived with 5 minutes and 44 seconds remaining against the Browns. Into a 5-degree wind chill, and with nearly 80,000 fans barking Denver's doom, Elway stood 98 yards away from greatness.
I never thought that anyone in the huddle doubted that we could do it. We walked in knowing that it was a do-or-die situation and that there was nothing else. It either go to the Super Bowl or we're going home, and we got a chance to do it on this drive, and it was just a matter of getting out of where we got some breathing room.
Watson right, Johnson left. Elway in the end zone and throwing it. It's complete. Winder dives out to the 7-yard line.
All right, 7, baby! All right!
Elway's dropped the play fake, runs up in the pocket, running left, John's across the 20 and out to the 26-yard line, has the first down.
Come on, guys! Come on, stick it to him, baby! Stick it to him!
3 minutes to go. Elway to pass on first down. The pass for Sewell. Got it and keeps it at the 48-yard line, and was he hammered?
When Steve Sewell caught the pass and put us about midfield, I thought then that we had an excellent chance because we still had plenty of time.
17 waggle right.
And whenever you get in that position, you know, you feel like that you can go 40 or 50 yards to score in that short a period of time.
Denver was on such a roll that even the anxious moments only added to the drama. Elway running up in the pocket and sacked at the 48-yard line.
That's it, that's it!
The Broncos may have to spend a timeout here. They will. They have one timeout left. They are at the Cleveland 48-yard line. Snap to Elway, and Elway's pass is coming and caught. Mark Jackson, first down at the Cleveland 27-yard line.
I had to go 20 yards down the field. And I had the whole time in my mind that I was going to run the route as fast as possible because of the pressure that they were getting on John. When I broke, the ball was there. John just drilled it in.
Elway had entered the magic realm that few athletes enter. He was doing whatever he wanted, and the Browns were merely spectators to their own fate. Cleveland head coach Marty Schottenheimer.
I don't think blitzing him would necessarily have changed what transpired because number 7 with the ball in his hand got on a roll. John, as the great quarterbacks will do, got hot.
Elway was running in the footsteps of Unitas, Starr, and Montana.
Come on, Johnny!
as he ran, passed, and coaxed the Broncos to the Cleveland 5-yard line. 42 seconds to go. Broncos at the Cleveland 5. 3rd down and a yard. The snap to Elway. The look, the throw. Touchdown to Mark Jackson. 98.5-yard drive. Elway's rocket capped the single most significant drive in Denver Broncos history and was one of the most impressive drives in championship history. 98 yards in 15 plays against the wind, the clock, and nearly 80,000 dog-bone tossing fans.
So much of a lift for me, especially scoring in that end zone where the guys were throwing the bones. One bone hit me in particular on the elbow, and it hurt pretty bad. And I don't know if you've ever gotten hit by a bone from the 8th row, but I was thinking about that the whole game, you know. When I scored, I don't usually jeer at the crowd, but I had to give them a little bit of my happiness, and of course they responded.
Elway proved beyond the shadow of a doubt that he had the heart to equal his talent. And when the game spilled into overtime, the Broncos proved they had the heart of a champion.
They don't score, they don't win.
They don't win, that's right.
We got to do it. We got to find it somewhere.
On 3 plays, Denver turned back Cleveland's only possession, giving the ball back to Elway. The rest is, as they say, history. Elway dropping on 2nd down, getting some blitz and throwing it up the right side. Mobley across the 50. Now you hear the crowd. 3rd and 12 at the 50. Steps up in the pocket, and here comes the pressure, and John's on the run. He's at the 50, throws the ball upfield, fingertip catch at the Cleveland 22-yard line by Watson. After 6 months of dreaming, Super Bowl reality rode on the foot of place kicker Rich Carlos.
Come on, baby, come on. Come on, baby.
This will be a 32-yard try to win it in overtime. Ball is down. Carlos's kick is on the way, and it is gone. The Denver Broncos have come from behind to win it in overtime on a 32-yard field goal by the now submerged Rich Carlos, who is swarmed under by his teammates at the 27. And this time, folks, it is no miracle. The Broncos are going to the Super Bowl because they earned the trip. Final score, Denver 23, Cleveland 20.
How do you top the most dramatic turnaround in team history? Well, if you're the Broncos, a victory in Super Bowl 27 would be nice. However, in 1992, Denver will have to contend with a much tougher first-place schedule and opponents who can literally make their own season by knocking off the defending AFC West champions. Now, that's a familiar scenario for a team that's, well, it's accustomed to playing on top, and one that head coach Dan Reeves thoroughly understands as the Broncos prepare for another championship chase.
In 1992, Dan Reeves expects to lead the Denver Broncos back to the championship status that has been its trademark for more than a decade. Some felt that last season's turnaround was the result of one of the NFL's weakest schedules. Yet the facts remain that with John Elway, the Broncos have a playmaker who will always make the Broncos a contender.
He's definitely a leader. You know, he comes in the huddle and things just kind of snap to.
Hey, be alert for 55 here, all right? We need a first down. I ride Eagle slant 26, CO fullback lead on one-on-one.
Last year, Elway once again let his instincts dictate his actions, and those actions made the Broncos winners once more. Since 1984, no other NFL quarterback has led his team to more wins. And in 1992, fueled by his explosive mixture of talent and desire, number 7 could be more dangerous than ever.
Elway on the quarterback draw, fights his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Oh, what a run by John Elway.
You understand why he gets so much credit for the success of our team and why so many defenses respect him the way they do. Because you just look at those defensive linemen and their tongues hanging out, they're tired of chasing him around, and that's the type of respect he gets from other teams. That's why, you know, teams fear him because of the things that he can do.
there's times when I've caught myself thinking like, God, John, you got to do something, you know, and usually he does. He can make it happen.
Whether improvising on the run or poised in the pocket, off-season surgery on his throwing shoulder is expected to improve his passing stats, which were down last season. It will also be interesting to see if his play calling and input into the offense will continue in 1992.
Man, it's so soft out there, your step is tough to get back on it, all right?
Protecting Elway has always been a concern in Denver, and one that could be improved as the 32-year-old Elway enters his 10th NFL season. Elway's targets will include 6-year veteran Mark Jackson, who when healthy is one of the game's best clutch receivers, and rookie Derek Russell, number 85, who started 5 games last season. Clarence Kay, Reggie Johnson, Shannon Sharp, number 81, and Vance Johnson, number 82, all have good hands, while Michael Young, number 83, returns after leading all Bronco receivers in receptions and yardage. Denver features many excellent pass receivers, and if Elway's shoulder heals properly, the Denver passing game should be more explosive in 1992. The running game will be fueled by Gaston Green, number 28, an elusive breakaway runner who replaced holdout Bobby Humphrey last season and emerged as one of the NFL's best big play runners with over 1,000 yards and a spot in the Pro Bowl. Green's burst gives the Bronco offense the threat to score from anywhere.
Gotta keep pounding them now, gotta keep pounding them.
Steve Sewell, number 30, gives it versatility that makes him one of the NFL's best all-purpose backs. Fullback Robert Perryman, number 33, who is coming off of knee surgery, is a dynamite blocker and versatile fullback, while the rugged running of rookie Greg Lewis, number 41, rounds out a Denver backfield that is talented and deep. Lewis also contributes to Denver's highly ranked special teams by thundering down under the booming kicks of one of the NFL's best punters, Mike Horan, number 2. A host of aggressive and talented young players should keep Denver's bomb squads explosive. Youngsters like Reggie Rivers, number 38, Lilo Lang, Alton Montgomery, and Shannon Sharp, number 81, Denver's leading tackler on the kicking teams last season. The Broncos hope that valuable contributions by David Treadwell, Keith Taylor, Tim Lucas, Ronnie Halliburton, and Reggie Johnson will continue to produce results that leave opponents stranded somewhere between their own goal line and the AFC's top-ranked defense. The dramatic turnaround of the Broncos in 1991 could be traced to the resurgence of the Denver defense. The addition of young talent to go along with established stars and the return of some who were injured the previous year produced a comeback of championship proportions. The down linemen include Warren Powers and Ron Holmes, number 90, with Brian Socia and rookie Kenny Walker in reserve. At nose tackle, Greg Cragen, number 71, remains as solid as a rock against the run, and his pass rushing ability helped the Broncos lead the AFC in quarterback sacks last season. In reserve, the Broncos have linebackers Jeff Mills, Keith Traylor, and Tim Lucas, while Michael Brooks, number 56, led the club in tackles. Simon Fletcher, number 73, has led the Broncos in quarterback sacks for 4 straight years and should continue to be a constant pain in the passing pocket. Carl Mecklenburg, number 77, is coming off another Pro Bowl season, his 5th. While Mecklenburg has always been Denver's big play linebacker, rookie Mike Kroll, number 51, now seems to be on the verge of stardom. This first-round draft pick literally fought his way into the starting lineup and became the Associated Press Rookie of the Year with an aggressive style that produced 10 quarterback sacks and forced 4 fumbles. Last season, 16 different Broncos recorded either a sack or an interception, including defensive backs Lilo Lang, Charles Dimry, and Tyrone Braxton, number 34, who returned from injury to pick up where he left off. Braxton and Wyman Henderson, number 24, are aggressive cornerbacks in a secondary that features 2 of the NFL's toughest safeties.
4th down, baby! 4th down! They don't know what we're doing.
11-year veteran Dennis Smith, number 49, combines with third-year free safety Steve Atwater to create an intimidating presence that is no accident.
I always tell Steve, like, at pregame warm-ups, I said, we got to, you know, while the other team's warming up, we go to the 50-yard line and stand over there and watch them so they get a good look at us, get up close and see us, you know. And he looks a lot bigger than I do, so, you know, I tell him to come with me.
We always stand here like this, try to intimidate. But he's bigger than me, I told you. If he's going in, it loses the value. When he leaves, tell him about that, too.
By himself, Dennis Smith is an intimidating force at strong safety. In 1991, his punishing tackles earned his 5th Pro Bowl appearance, and 5 interceptions tied him for the team lead with Steve Atwater, number 27. This former number 1 draft choice ran away with his 2nd consecutive trip to the Pro Bowl, while his much-deserved reputation as one of the NFL's fiercest hitmen continues to spread.
Where's that book? Right here.
Steve Atwater's on the cover.
They put him out here for a reason. This guy is vicious. He's gonna hit him so hard he ain't gonna know who his mother is.
One of the game's surest tacklers, Atwater has developed into a ball hawk in defensive coordinator Wade Phillips' aggressive system.
Go black. Okay, when we go to 3, right, Randy will hold off that guy in the slot. Now you get over from the seam guy. Okay. Think that's all.
Steve Atwater's assertive play will continue to set the tone in a defensive unit built around teamwork. Last season, no other team in the AFC collected more interceptions. No one in the NFL permitted fewer touchdown passes. In Denver, teamwork, inspired individual play, and shrewd coaching translates into turnovers and should continue to make the Broncos a fun team to watch, but not to play. Coming off a 5-11 season, this team posted the most dramatic single-season turnaround in franchise history with a 12-4 record. The Broncos now face another, even tougher challenge this year. 9 games will be against playoff teams, and Super Bowl hopes for the Broncos will ride, as they always have ridden, on the arm, legs, and heart of John Elway, and on the broad backs of the Denver defense. It's a combination that has carried the Broncos to the AFC Championship 4 times in the last 6 years, and to the Super Bowl 3 times, and one the Broncos expect will do the same in 1992.
Great work. We spotted him 21, still came back on him. Maybe next year.
Way to go, thanks, man. Thank you. Thank you.
We drive 98 yards with no timeout. When you got no timeout, it's different situation, but that's a hell of a job. I mean, 2 4th down.
2 4th down.
Great job, man. Great job.
Wow. Great job.